It may be autumn, but winter feels like it's officially here. And what better way to warm up these chilly nights than with a warm, spicy pot of curry and perhaps a special flavor to give us that extra boost. My mouth is watering already.
I'm so excited because this is one of my favorite curries to eat. I think it's probably one of the most beloved curries out there. Everyone's had their own version of it, but today we are doing it extra special with Black Cat peanut butter.
Yum! So what are we cooking? And you've already kind of touched on what makes it so special.
So today we're cooking our peanut butter chicken. And of course, like I said, we're using our Black Cat peanut butter smooth, made from A-grade peanuts, lovely, delicious roasted flavor. I mean, you can't get any better than this.
I like this. And you know, last week, this is what it's all about here in the Afternoon Express Love. We keep flipping it around, changing it up, taking some of your favorite ingredients to use in the household and showing them different applications. Sure. Last week, we made the most delicious beef stew using Black Cat peanut butter, but now we're using it in a chicken curry. Now, what can we expect to find when it comes to flavor and flavor nodes?
You'll find that it pairs so well with this curry. That creaminess, that smooth texture, the roasted aroma and taste of it just pairs so well. And listen, on a sandwich, in a curry, in a stew, everyone has their own way of eating Black Cat peanut butter, but each way is fantastic on its own.
Stunning. So we've already been touching base with the importance of spices when it comes to making a gorgeous curry. What spices will we be using in this recipe?
So in the pot, we've got our holy trinity that we spoke about earlier: ginger, garlic, and onion, whole cloves, and cardamom. Essential in a butter chicken. You know, just those familiar flavors. And then we're going to go in with our dry masalas and spices, ground cloves, ground cumin, ground coriander, and it's just adding those layers again in this dish. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some tomato paste. And you really want to get this fried off quite nicely. You'll know when it's ready when it starts pulling away from the sides. And that's the trick that my mom sort of taught me with this curry. And you'll see, Pali, that as we go along, you'll find a few charred bits at the bottom. And that just, once again, adds to the delicious flavor of this dish. Lastly, we're going to go in with our chopped tomatoes. And then you want to have this just cook away and simmer away just until all those spices are nicely incorporated and sizzled and smooth and soft. And you can already smell how the flavor's changing as you go along.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, that's going to serve as the base of our curry. I've got the chicken. I'm on chicken station here. So what have you marinated and coated the chicken with?
So usually in our house, we do two marinades. First with some chili powder and lemon juice. And then we go in with a second marinade with some extra chili powder, garlic, ginger, and some yogurt. Now, we've already marinated it for you, and I see you've already started grilling it. I see those, you know, meat vibes coming today.
I have to go fast ahead because I don't want to get left behind here, because as soon as you are ready with that, I also want the chicken to also be ready. I find cooking's all about timing.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, like this, the chicken you can actually do ahead of time. You could put it on the braai. I think that's actually such a lacquer way to do this chicken. That's usually how we would do it at home. This is sort of like a tandoori-esque style of cooking the chicken. So tandoori is just a method of cooking. They usually have a big tandoor and they'll skewer the chicken and put it in there, cook it in there. So we sort of just bring in that authentic, you know, vibe into this.
Okay, wait. I've always thought that tandoori was a flavor. So tandoori is actually a method of cooking.
So you can get tandoori spices, but tandoor is actually a way of cooking the chicken, or cooking the meat, and
which is frying.
Basically, in a tandoor, it's hot coals. It's cooked over hot coals, and that's exactly what it is.
Okay, I got you. Now, we are focusing on curries the entire week. When it comes to curry, Chef Jay, what's your favorite and why?
Pali, butter chicken is my favorite.
Classic.
It's one of the favorite dishes that my mom makes for me. Whenever I'm feeling down, I know that when I go home and have a butter chicken, everything's going to be okay. So it's just, and look at how creamy this is now. I want you to see, as soon as I add this delicious Black Cat peanut butter, you can actually see how the texture, the creaminess of this dish just transforms. You can see the colors changing. You can see it's just everything's just
definitely thickening
incorporated.
up.
Yeah, it's thickening up, and that's what's a great addition in this dish is because it thickens the sauce without you having to add any extras. Now, I'm going to go in with some of that dried fenugreek that we spoke about earlier.
Oh,
It's
yes. So now, Chef Jay, earlier on, we used the whole fenugreek. Now we're using the leaf kind of variant. Why is that important? Is there a difference?
I think for a dish like this, when you're using a product like Black Cat peanut butter, you want that to sort of shine.
Okay.
So using the leaves is a more subtle way of adding that flavor. So it just sort of creeps in at the back of your throat. And I think that's what's really beautiful about it.
Okay, I love that. Here on my side, the chicken is well on its way. As you can see, those griddle colors are definitely coming through, and that's what you want.
That's what I love. That's what I love about this dish. You know, you could make this in a one-pot wonder, but let's, step it up.
Step it up.
Step it up at home. Everyone has a braai. Everyone put it in the oven on grill, but get that charredness into it and it just levels it up. And
Now, I just had a taste, and do you know what I was afraid of, Chef Jay? Since, as I said earlier, we did make a peanut butter type curry stew using beef, I thought that the flavors would be the same. I thought it would be, tasted that before, bored. Not at all. It is completely different. You have transported the flavor of that peanut butter and you've made it something absolutely tantalizing. And I definitely also taste the celebration of chicken in here.
No, fantastic. And that's exactly what this dish is about. Those flavors, those aromas. And you can actually start putting those lovely grilled pieces of chicken into this pot belly for me. You can actually,
Okay.
yeah. And what you're going to do is you're just going to let those simmer in the pan until they fully cook through. And you can actually garnish with a little bit more of the fenugreek leaves.
Okay, and just like that, as we finish off this teamwork here in the kitchen, what a great way to give your body that boost this winter. To get your hands on this delicious recipe, please do visit afternoonexpress.co.za. This looks really good, Chef.
Boost your day with the Peanut Power Black Cat.